This is The Extra Point, an Arizona's Family Originals podcast, sponsored by your Phoenix Suns.
Well, to win in football, you need big humans, and the Cardinals certainly have one in rookie tight end Tip Reiman, who recently stopped by the station with a couple of his rookie teammates to have some fun on the news. We sat down with Tip to hear more about his story and his unique journey to the NFL, along with some of his interesting hobbies. So I was talking to my son about this, and I was trying to describe you, and it was like, he likes pottery.
Yeah.
He's vocal about his faith, and he likes smashing people. Does that sum it up? Is that a good description?
Yeah. I'd include the outdoors in there for another hobby, and that's a good thing. I'm in Arizona. There's a lot of that, so that's awesome. But like pottery and outdoors, and then those other two.
All right, let's start with the pottery. So, how did you get into pottery, and how active are you as an NFL football player right now, making your own? Is it coffee cups or what sort of stuff?
Oh, really? Everything. I started obviously you just start with cups and bowls, and I started learning on YouTube. I'm a very visual learner, and YouTube is I'm YouTube University right here. I love it. You can learn anything and everything on there, and I love it. And so I just started watching pottery, people making it and stuff, and I just loved it. And it was calming, but also very skillful, and I thought it was really cool. And then my mom's old boss that she used to work for, he hadn't used this wheel that he had for the last 5 years, 10 years or whatever. And he saw I was getting into it and just always watching that stuff. And so he was like, shoot, use this one and see if you like it, you can keep it. And so tried it, loved it, was good at it, keep doing it. And so now it's anything from, the big vases and a nice huge handle to a little earring holder for my wife, or you know what I mean, or sets. I'll make sets of stuff. So my sisters, I've made sets of bowls and plates that are stackable and uniform, so they can be stackable and everything, and mugs and all that good stuff.
Is it therapeutic after a game of running into people as hard as you can to come home and do some pottery?
I mean, that's a good way to look at it, probably. Yeah, just how a lot of guys is mowing the lawn, that's therapeutic, but it's probably just a different outlet in the same sense. Yeah.
And so you were telling me you were always you told us in the news conference, your introductory news conference, you were always a physical kid.
Oh, yeah.
But you told me you were kind of a small kid growing up.
Yeah.
So did you think you would be sitting here talking to me about playing in the NFL when you were a sophomore in high school?
I honestly did. Yeah. So from day one, I always thought but I didn't think. I knew. I always knew this was the path. This was the vision. There was a lot of people that didn't think so, but every step of the way it was just man, I don't know how. I know that this doesn't appear like X will happen, but I know it's going to happen. It was just very clear. Not sure why, but that's what brings me to a lot of the faith stuff is it's what it is. It's faith, and faith in God providing what I believe he said he would provide. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just a faith thing where it's I believed it every step of the way, and it's shown through.
What's it like to be here? What was it like for you and your wife to drive into Phoenix and know that you're going to be playing for the NFL team here in town?
We were driving our U-Haul with her car in the back, and I was towing it behind the U-Haul, and we were driving down 87. We were driving through the mountains and stuff and into the valley, and we were like, man, this is so cool. And we were just thinking about just in this desert expanse, all of these these rivers, that God is going to create of community, of football, of success, of just life, of peace, of rest, of all of these awesome things and all these fruits of the Spirit. And you can just see we were just talking and envisioning as we were coming down into the valley, and it was a really cool experience to be able to do that drive and really have that transition period from Illinois to here, and to let that, I don't know, just let that soak in and really experience that together. It was pretty cool. I I definitely enjoy it.
Arizona's it's a great state for that. Just kind of getting out and seeing things and letting your mind, go at peace for sure.
Yeah.
And you seem like a guy with a pretty good sense of humor as well. The whole I don't believe in birds thing we thought was pretty funny. How did that start, and why was it important to clarify?
Because it's important to clarify because it's gone on and on and on. And I mean, you guys saw like it was trending on, which is like that's hard to do.
We were like, we have a sports show. This is awesome.
Yes, it was insane. So it came about at the combine. This guy, the great sense of humor, this guy, and he was coming around asking questions. And one of them was, "Are birds real?" And I had heard.
Hold on, somebody was asking you that at the combine?
Yeah. I didn't think that was out of left field. I didn't think it was coming either. But so I heard that, and I was like, I have heard of this "birds aren't real" movement, and I always thought it was funny. And so I was like, yeah, let's just have fun with this and mess with them, because that's my sense of humor. It's just like, yeah, let's have fun with this. And so I let it on. I was like, man, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? You never know. And then I thought, the charging, the telephone cable is being recharging like ports for them or whatever.
Oh, that's funny.
Said that, and then like that blew up, and it then got quoted of like, Tip is a firm believer in the birds aren't real in this like very resolute way, and it was not what it was made out to be.
My back patio will confirm that birds are real. Yeah. And they need to be cleaned up after.
Yes.
And if they're not, there's some explaining to do. It seems like there's a little bit of maybe like some appreciation for Gronk here playing the position. You had the same number. Is that sort of the benchmark? Who do you look up to here?
I always loved watching Gronk's game. I loved how he was, he was really physical in the blocking game and the pass game. There's so many good tight ends, though. I can't exclude anybody, but there's so many good ones. But Gronk is like, he's a household name for a reason, right? He was insane at what he did, one of the best to ever do it. And to wear the same number is really cool. And so hopefully I get some spikes this year that'll resemble his a little bit, right? That'll be fun. But I've always looked to his film to kind of see how he did stuff, what I could maybe do to mimic, or anything I could do better, things like that. He's obviously a great one to mimic if you're gonna do it. So
right, one of the best of all time.
Yes.
I mean, and when you look at your career here, and it's hard, you haven't even been to training camp yet, but what's the vision for how you'd like this to go? What's the prayer? What's the as you vocalize your goals here and try to reach them?
Yeah, I mean, the team goals are what the team goals are. Kyler, he put those out there on the media, and that's exactly why we're all doing this, is to win a Super Bowl and to win. We're all here to win. If you're not here to win, get out the door, But as far as personal goals, it's just like, it's really less tangible than, someone might throw out there, but it's really just earning the trust of the organization, of my teammates, building the bonds with everybody on the team, the coaches, the staff, support staff, everything. And then just maximizing whatever role that I can carve out for myself. And whatever that looks like, it's going to vary. And it's not really easy to put a number to put words to, but when you see it type thing, oh, that dude's maximizing what he's got. So whatever that is, it's going to change year by year, I'm sure, and as dynamics change. But I'm gonna definitely maximize myself in every way I can.
Awesome. Well, this has been a great conversation. I wish we could just keep going, but we got to get to the hamburger eating contest. The Extra Point Podcast is a production of 3TV, CBS 5, and azfamily.com in Phoenix, Arizona.